Hi, everyone. We're going to go live. Everyone, welcome to the Kellie Kitchen, where we're going to have some food and some health and some fun. Thank you so much for joining me. This is fun. I've got a lot of stuff on the docket. We are going to be making big beef chili, and I call it that because there are no beans. And so because there's no beans, we got to add more stuff. We're going to be making my jalapeno cheddar muffins. And then we have a real treat tonight. My Insta friend, Rosette's Baked Goods. Rosette lives on the East Coast, and her husband is Dr. Tro from Low Carb MD, and she has these awesome pre-made cookie and cake and baked good mixes. So we are going to make her pistachio cookies, and I actually already mixed them up because they needed to chill for a little bit. So we'll get to those in a few minutes. I'm super excited about those because I've never had pistachio cookies. I hope you guys had a great week. We are going to get started with first our cheddar muffins, cheddar jalapeno muffins, because those have to go into the oven for about 30 minutes. So I want to get those in, and then we'll start the chili. I already melted 6 tablespoons of butter. You know how I love my butter. And we are going to add 2 cups of almond flour, 1/4 cup of coconut flour. This recipe is definitely up on the website. I am very organized this time for that one anyways. There's 1.5. Okay, so that's 2 cups. And then we're going to do 1/4 cup of coconut flour. And the reason that we use just a little bit of coconut flour is because coconut flour is super absorbent. So it's not a 1-to-1 ratio as it is with regular flour. So you just use a little bit of coconut flour, and it sort of gives it a drier texture. We're going to do 1 cup. We're going to dump this all into the bowl, and then we're just going to mix it up and get it in our muffin cups. I am using pepper jack cheese, just regular old pepper jack cheese. You could use cheddar cheese if you wanted, but this gives it a little extra kick. And we're going to use 1 cup of cheddar jack. I already chopped my jalapenos because I didn't want to cry on camera. And I had to, thoroughly wash my hands, or else if you touch your eyes or whatever with jalapeno on your fingers, it stings for like a day. So I've already chopped up I had 3 jalapenos, and I slice them in half, pull all the seeds out. You can leave the seeds in if you want to get, super hot. And then I took one of the jalapenos and I did 12 slices, and I'll show you what we're going to do with those in a second. And then I took the rest of the 3 jalapenos total, and I just chopped them, and we're going to just add those right to the mix. I'm probably going to have to wash my hands again. And then in my measuring cup here, I have 3/4 cup of heavy cream, 1/2 cup of water, and 4 eggs. And I'm just going to dump that right in there. This is it's just sort of like one of those dump sort of recipes. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Can you see that? Yes. Baking powder. And this will give our muffins a little bit of a rise, which is always nice. We'll do 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And here's my salt. Then we're going to just mix that up, and we'll put that into our 12 muffin tins and pop that in the oven. I wanted to touch base with you guys. Our Whole Life Challenge is going very well. Everyone is, I think, getting a lot out of it. And it just, like this week's challenge, one of the mindful challenge is you have to make a list of your sort of inner circle, and you have to connect with them. And, you know, our lives just get so busy that we kind of, you know, forget those important things. Do you see how easy this is, like whipping together? I love it. So each of these muffins comes out, and they are 3 grams net carbs. So they freeze really well. I dropped something. That was not a big deal. They freeze really well, and they're 3 grams net carbs. And I love them because, wait, where did I put my jalapenos? There they are. I love them because, you know, like when you're having really hearty soup, you want to have like a little bread on the side or a little muffin on the side, and these do the trick. So where's my thing? Okay, so I have my batter fully mixed, and the jalapenos are kind of just, you see, they're kind of just dancing in the batter. And John Burr, woo! Keto Fabulous! I'm so glad to see you. We are gonna equally divide this into 12 cups, and then we're gonna pop those in the oven for I don't know, like 30 minutes, and then you just kind of check them and see how they're doing. After I get these into the muffin cups, I'm gonna sprinkle them with a little bit of cheddar cheese on top, and then I'm gonna put a cute little jalapeno slice on each one, and it just gives it a nice sort of finished look. And then we'll put those in, and the cheese like gets all melty on the inside, and it's really, really wonderful. Wanted to just touch base with you guys. I went to the skin doctor today, and I don't know if you can see, but I got a little owie here on my head. I have a history of some skin cancers. I mean, it's no secret that I'm very fair-skinned and light hair, and I grew up in Southern California. So I was not good at wearing my sunscreen when I was a little kid, and now I am going to make it a priority, and I'll tell you more about that a little bit later. I wanted to make mention about the wildfires today. The wildfires were very close to here. They're probably only about 2 miles away, and from here, everybody, I think the fire is out, and I actually had to drive from my office here and past that area, and it seemed like it was okay. The firefighters were they were parked in the parking lot, kind of at the beach on the way home, and it looked like they were kind of taking a little bit of a break. But it was pretty scary because it's right here, and all the Santa Ana winds. It's hot and dry right now. So we're just kind of all keeping an eye out for each other and sending texts and stuff like that. So, but everybody seems to be okay, and I think a few people have been evacuated that I know of. I know probably like a couple hundred people have been evacuated, but a few friends that I know of. I hope that they come over for dinner, because we're gonna be having a lot of chili and some of these really great muffins. I also wanted to make this chili because it's so great to have chili on hand for a crowd. Traditionally, chili has beans in it. We are going to add a few other things to replace the beans, and you really don't even miss the beans at all. And what happens is that you get the bulk from the celery and the peppers and extra ground beef and onion, and we're going to be putting bacon in our chili. And we're going to do that. We're going to get busy on that in a second. I'm just putting our little jalapenos on each one of these babies. And, you know, I used to be really sort of afraid of jalapenos. Even though I like spicy stuff, I don't know why, I just kind of stayed away from them. And after you cook them and take all the seeds out, they're really not that hot. Okay, so there's our jalapeno cheddar muffins. Aren't they pretty? So those are going to go in the oven, 350 for about 30 minutes. I'll pop those in, and I'll check those at 30 minutes and see if we need to go maybe a little bit longer. I'll be able to put the cookies into the oven when those are already in there. It is a little hot. I've got all the windows open, but got a nice breeze going too. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get started with our chili. I actually already have the pot sort of heating up. I took a pound of bacon. Can you see this? I took a pound of bacon and I just chopped it, just right there on the package. And I'm going to just pop that right inside there and get that rendering down. I'm turning up the heat, and my garbage bowl is doing fine over there. I'm going to get all of my stuff that I'm done using. I'm going to get it out of the way, and we're going to get this going. Do a nice big wooden spoon. I'm going to just get the bacon, the fat rendering, and getting it nice and crispy. So here's the deal. You can do this in the Instant Pot too, but you really need to do a couple levels because you really need to pull the grease out. So right now we're doing the bacon. Then we're going to pull the crispy bacon out, and we're going to let it sort of drain on the paper towel. And we're going to save about a tablespoon of that bacon grease and put it aside. Then we're going to cook the ground beef and get that nice and browned. And we're going to remove that and all the grease from there. And then we're going to saute all of our vegetables. These are all of our vegetables. We've got onion, green pepper, red pepper, and celery. And those will all go in with some garlic and a ton of spices, tomato paste, and a big can of tomatoes. Okay, so I'm going to get that going. And while the bacon is rendering, I'm going to pull Rosette pistachio cookies out of the freezer. Now, this is how easy these cookie mixes are. So I get this bag, and it says melt 6 tablespoons of butter and a teaspoon of vanilla. That is it. You wrap it in like a log, like a slice and bake. And I'm going to show you what I have. Check this out. Slice and bake cookies. So we're going to put these on our cookie tray, and then we're going to bake these for 12 to 15 minutes, and then we'll let them sit there to sort of come. Usually when you cook keto cookies, right when you take them out of the oven, you need to let them settle, or else they'll get kind of too soft. So we're going to we'll get that sliced and put those on hot damn. We'll get those on there. My bacon is coming together. I want it to be crispy, and so I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Not gonna bother it. Let it do its thing. My hands smell like jalapenos, so I'm gonna do a quick wash. And guys, I worked a full day today, and it's a lot of time consuming, but I'm so glad to be able to come home and have a home cooked meal. I like to make this chili because it's great for a crowd. And on Thursday night, I'm going to be at Hawk Media. They're having a little jam sesh. Peter and his buddies are going to be playing their guitars and making music. So I told him I'd bring some chili, and that's what's happening. Hi, Viv. Okay, so we're going to do, this is going to be like, ooh, this is so perfect. Check it out. Look at my round cookies. They've got pistachios in them. So delish. Rosette is going to be so pleased. I'm following all the rules. Okay. We'll get these on the plate, on the thing, and then we'll get them in the oven. So I talked to Rosette before I decided what I was going to make tonight because I got a yellow cake, I got sugar cookies, and pistachio cookies, and I got one more thing. I can't remember what the other thing was because I got. And I was like, which one do you think I should make? And all of them require a little bit of chill time before you actually bake them. So this is the one I chose to do, and I am not going to be disappointed, I know for sure. So I'm just going to squeeze that one to make it a little bit smaller. Get this out of the way. And check it out, you guys. We're going to have some beautiful cookies. Let's get these situated. And we'll put this one here. Okay, these are going to go into the oven for 12 to 15 minutes. Look, slice and bake cookies. And then you can probably keep these in the fridge for, like a couple weeks. Ooh, my bacon. Getting nice and crispy. And of the grease that's in here, I'm only going to save like a tablespoon of it. And that's what we're going to cook the vegetables in. Okay. We're going to, let me just space these out a little. I don't want any of them running into each other. I want them to be nice and happy. Okay, here we go. These are going in. Woo! Our cheddar muffins are looking amazing. Those are going in. And I'm going to set this timer so that I don't screw it up. Kitchen timer, 12 minutes. Start. Okay, so our bacon is doing very well. It's almost ready to come out. You guys, again, I ran out of my butcher box. I order meat delivery, and I love it. But I use it so frequently that I go through it. So next time I order, I'm going to order double. So I had to stop at Gelson's, and I grabbed some organic ground beef. This is 80% lean, 20% fat. I like it to have a little bit more fat. Gives it much more flavor and makes it super, super happy. Okay, bacon is done. I'm just going to turn that off. I don't want to kill myself and splatter grease everywhere. I'm just going to turn this on for a second because I'm in like a smoke pit here. I'm going to pull my bacon out with a slotted spoon. You see I've got a slotted spoon. And as soon as I get the bacon out of here, then I'm going to drain the bacon grease. I'm going to set it aside. Now, I have a container in my freezer that is specifically for bacon grease. You don't want to throw the bacon grease in the trash. You don't want to put it down your kitchen sink. But you also want to use it for later. Classic combination, bacon and Brussels sprouts. So, you always want to have your Brussels sprouts, your bacon fat on hand. My grandma used to always do it. Okay, so there's my bacon bits, nice and crunchy. I'm going to have one. Yum. Okay, put that to the side. And now I'm going to use a non-slotted spoon. Where's my thing? We're going to do this. I don't want to burn my hand. I have a little container. I'm going to get all of my bacon grease out of here. And I'm going to use a tablespoon of this for my vegetables. And I will pull out, this is really good looking bacon grease. This is Butcher Box bacon. This is the clearest bacon fat I have ever seen. Next time you cook bacon, just regular bacon from the store, look at the bacon fat that comes out, because most of the time it'll be cloudy, and that's yucky. The cloudy stuff typically means that there's just a bunch of stuff that they added in there. The Butcher Box bacon has no sugar added, and it's uncured. So that's why I love it. Okay, I'm going to take my bacon grease. I'm just going to put that to the side. next to my bacon. Get that out of the way. Okay, now we're gonna do the ground beef. We're gonna get that nice and browned. And here's the thing, this chili, it'll be done, ready to kind of eat when I'm done here tonight, but it gets so much better with age. So like when you let it just sit there, tomorrow it's gonna be even better, and the next day it's gonna be even better. And like I said, Thursday night that's 2 pounds of ground beef, by the way. Thursday night is this hot little jam fest, and I'm bringing chili. So, anyways, I am breaking this up. And I think if you watched my Sloppy Joes, one of the best ways to brown your meat is you get a really hot pan, which we already had, a little bit of grease on the bottom, which we already had. Hi, Heidi. And you just let it sit there. Just let it do its thing. So while that's doing its thing, I had to make mention of my apron. So I cannot tell you, let me just back up here so you can see the whole thing. It's very in season. My mom got this for me. My mom had it embroidered with the Kellie kitchen on it. She always does these cute little things. It was my mom's birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday, Mom. And so she got this for me so I could wear it in the Kellie kitchen, and she had it embroidered for me. But I get so many questions about this apron right here, and I didn't know where she got it, and she actually didn't even really remember where she got it, but I found the apron. So, and it's not expensive. If you want this particular apron, it was only $16. I put a link on my website under shop. Under resources and shop. It's under fun things, and it's a really, really good thick apron. And this is adjustable. And anyways, it's cute. And it comes with a little pie tin, which I think is cute. And it says, "Life is what you bake of it." Okay, that's enough of the apron. Our ground beef, nice and hot. Our ground beef is doing its thing. It's getting nice and brown. When this ground beef is done, I'm going to pull it out. So it is kind of like a couple steps to do this, but the browning is all part of it. The browning of the meat gives it like a depth. It gives it some substance. So after that is done browning, we're going to pull it out. So we've done the bacon, we're doing the ground beef, then we're going to do the vegetables, and then we're going to mix it all together with some really great spices and a secret ingredient, which you would never think, but cocoa powder adds a depth to chili, and it's unsweetened cocoa powder, and you just use a little bit of it, but it really gives it a really nice flavor, and I love that because I use chocolate in a lot of stuff. I don't know if you guys saw, but I think I might have had a brush with genius. This weekend I was having well, first of all, I love coffee. I absolutely I will admit, I am a little addicted, and I drink it black most of the time. So I was having a hankering for a coffee dessert, and I kept thinking like tiramisu, or I didn't want to make coffee ice cream. So I came up with, wait for it, I came up with a mocha cheesecake pie. It is so good. Hawk Media got it, some samples today. Peter gave it the stamp of approval, and I am going to show you what it looks like. I posted it on my Instagram. When did I post it? I posted it earlier today. I'm very, very, very excited about this. The recipe will be going up on the website, hopefully in the next couple days. I just got some really great pictures of it. I hope you can see this. Oh, look at that. Look at my mocha cheesecake pie. It has a chocolate crust and a coffee-flavored cheesecake. I use Sanka, decaf Sanka coffee to give it the coffee flavor. I do use a little bit of coffee extract also, which you have to get online, but it's worth having and it adds a really great flavor. It's not expensive. Our ground beef is almost done. I'm going to check on our cookies, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the cookies and the muffins because I don't want the cookies to get too close to the bottom. Actually, no, they're okay. I'm going to leave them. Our muffins are looking awesome. Okay, ground beef almost done. Let's turn that heat all the way up. We're going to add beef stock, crushed tomatoes. This is, I don't really have a particular brand, although my friend in Connecticut just posted some really awesome Italian canned tomatoes. This is a brand, I just get petite diced tomatoes. Let's hope I don't drop this. And let's see what else. I have some leftover tomato paste, but remember, guys, I used that tomato paste in the, I use this tomato paste in the tube so that I don't have to save it like that. I'm super excited. I don't know if you just got a glimpse of my cabinets. They're very scary. And I don't even want to show them to anybody because I love going to other people's houses and cleaning stuff out, but I really need some help. I really, really, really need some help organizing my cupboards. And so my childhood friend, Jenny Woods, it's Jenny Woods Deach. She lives in Texas, and she has the most unbelievable business, and she's coming. I think she'll be here sometime right after Thanksgiving, probably right at Christmas time. And she's going to come and she's going to organize everything. We're going to purge, and then we're going to prioritize, and we're going to organize everything. Her business is called Getting It Done Organizing, Getting It Done Organizing, and her Instagram is at Getting It Done Organizing, and all of her social is Getting It Done. And she shows the most amazing like transformations of garages and kitchens and closets and kids' playrooms. But the whole idea is we don't need all the stuff. And all that clutter, it clutters our mind. It clutters everything. Okay, I'm going to use my slotted spoon again, and I'm going to pull all the ground beef out. And then I'm going to get rid of the the grease that I have in there from the hamburger meat. And I'm going to use a little bit of bacon fat. I'm going to put that back in there. My cookies, I think they're probably going to need about 5 more minutes, maybe 3 more minutes. I'll check on them. It's about to ding in a second. And we're going to check on those babies. I'm super excited. I think that pistachio cookies are kind of like I think of them as a very Italian East Coast kind of dessert. And I just have I've never even thought to have them or get them. And so I'm incredibly excited to have those. Okay, ground beef, nice and done. We're gonna get that off to the side. Where's my bowl? I'm gonna pour out those are our cookies. Let's check it out. Okay, they need a little bit more time, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch. I'm going to put the muffins on the bottom, and I'm going to put the pistachio cookies. Oh, these are so good. I probably should have smashed them down a little bit, but here's what they look like so far. They smell amazing. Okay, so putting those back in for like 3 more minutes. I'm going to put my muffins back in. They need another 10 or 12 minutes. So we'll put those back in. We're going to reset for 3 more minutes, and then we'll check them again. Okay, so kitchen timer, 3 minutes, start. Okay, guys, let me get this beef grease out of here. I don't use this I know that there are a lot of keto people that use rendered beef fat. I don't have enough uses in my kitchen. I'm going to wipe the inside so I can get this nice and clean. And then I'm going to add just like a tablespoon of, I'm going to add a tablespoon of the bacon grease. Oh, it's hot. Damn. Let's see. Where's my thing? Ow. Hot. Okay, we're going to turn this baby up. We're going to put all the onions and the peppers and celery. That's 1 tablespoon. Get this out of the way. After we get the vegetables all nice and soft, then we'll just dump everything else in and then we'll let it kind of simmer. So, see how I chopped all this? I got home from work about 5:40, so I was able to chop all this and get everything kind of ready before I was going live with you guys. It can be done. You know, knife skills. I took a class very early on in my cooking days. If you read about my crappy kitchen in Santa Monica, anybody can do it. Anybody can learn how to do it. And let me just get all this in here. Yikes. And that smells so good. Okay. Getting this out of the way. Getting this beef fat out of the way. We're going to stir this baby up. Get that nice and soft. What else can I tell you guys? Whoa, man overboard. If there's any questions you guys have, let's see who's visiting me. Hi, Heidi. Hi, Jen. I went to college with Jen. Hi, Jen. Hi, Christine. So great to see you guys. I have 2 people that I'm working with that wanted to start keto. There's a friend of mine in Chicago who doesn't cook at all. No cooking at all. I've just coached them on how to be able to eat out and intermittent fast. And they are loving it. Their aches and pains are going away. Oh my gosh! Our cookies. Let's check it out. Ow! I burned my finger. They're almost ready. I think I need a few more minutes. These are so fantastic. These are going to be really, really, really great. I'm just pressing them down a little bit. Wow. Okay, 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Let's check our time. You guys, we're making really good time tonight. Our peppers and onions are just really coming together nicely. I add celery. You don't have to, but I like the bulk because you don't have the beans, but you can add the celery as bulk. That's coming together nicely. As soon as we're done, as soon as these are pulled together, we are going to add the seasonings. So the seasonings we're going to use, we use 4 tablespoons of chili powder. Now, that might seem like a lot. Start with 2. Start with 2 tablespoons. See if it's too spicy for you. If you need some more spice, then add more. But if you start with 4 and it's like red alarm, fire alarm chili, then you're not going to eat it. So I like it hot, but so I use, the recipe calls for 4. And the other part is that the spice mellows after, the chili is sort of simmering there and sitting there for a little while. Okay, this is coming together really nicely. Oh my gosh, let's take the cookies out. Wow. Oh, so exciting. Look at our pistachio cookies. Oh my God, I don't want to drop them. Rosette, I hope she's watching. Anybody that wants to try Rosette cookies, can you see? These look so professional. I cannot wait to try them. I am going to let them just chill out here. I'm going to let them chill on the counter over here. I'm going to actually pull them. I'm going to pull them off of the baking sheet, and I'm going to let them cool on the counter, but I'm just going to slide the parchment paper and give those a chance to do like a cool even a little bit faster. I'll get this out of the way. Whoops. Our muffins are getting close. 5 minutes left on the muffins. Let's start adding stuff to our chili. This is going to be so beautiful. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add, let's get all of my spices. So I've got oregano, I've got chili powder, I've got salt, I've got cumin, and I've got my cocoa powder, my tomatoes, and my garlic. Now, you guys know how I hate chopping garlic, so I use my ready-made garlic. You can get this in the produce section of your supermarket. It's not my first choice for health-wise. It does have some ingredients added to it, which I don't love, because you could just use regular plain fresh garlic and it's just garlic. But this is great for ease. And the recipe calls for 4 cloves. So you just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. So that's what I love about this. And so, you know, there's compromises that we make. And I'm fine with that. It's not a ding dong. It's not, you know, Doritos or whatever, but it's better than the alternative. Okay, so we've got the garlic. We're going to do a teaspoon of salt. We're going to do 4 tablespoons of chili powder. Again, you only have to start with 2, and then you can add more. There's 1. Come on. There's 2. I have a feeling it's a little sticky because I had it over the steam. I swear to God, I want to eat one of those pistachio cookies right now, and that just might be my dinner tonight because they look so good, and I cannot wait to show you on a plate. Okay, so there's number 3. Woo! Got a little heavy-handed there. There's number 4. Get this out of the way. Now we're going to do a teaspoon of cumin. Oh, I forgot the paprika. Paprika! Peter loves paprika. It's so funny. I never even think of it. Okay, so there's our paprika. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of paprika. There's 1. See, these dark spices give our chili like a nice deep color. Okay, now oregano. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of oregano. 1, 2. I'm going to give this a quick stir. Oh my gosh, this is looking so amazing. Wow. My kitchen smells really good. I'm going to just put just a splash of water just because I want it to really come together. And I want it to get sort of a, oh yeah. There we go. Okay, so I got that dried oregano, paprika. So, okay, so now we're going to do 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and I'm not going to stick the same spoon that I was using the chili powder into my cocoa powder. So I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. I'm going to do 2 cups. Ow! Sorry, that was hot. I'm going to do 2 cups of beef stock. If you want your chili to be a little bit soupier, then you can add a little bit more beef stock. Okay, I'm going to, I got some chili powder in my throat. Okay, I'm going to pour the whole can. This is 28 ounces of my tomatoes. Get those out of the way. I'm going to put my pound of bacon. Hold on a second. Okay, quick, get the bacon in there. Get this out of the way. God, you guys, I've got a super mess here. This is so exciting. I am so excited to show you. Where's my other thing? Okay, here's my other. You guys, let me introduce to you my cheddar jalapeno muffins. Aren't those pretty? They look so good, nice and crispy on top, but there's like a nice soft muffin. They're so great. Okay, let's get back to my chili. I'm going to stir all those things together. I'm going to add in tomato paste and ground beef. I'm going to crank up the heat so I can get this boiling. We're going to bring it to a boil. It's got a really nice, deep brown, rich brown flavor. We're going to add in the ground beef. And then we'll add 2 tablespoons of my tomato paste. And the tomato paste gives it a nice umami, like depth of flavor also. I am going to do a little cleanup while this is, I'm going to mix this together really nicely. Oh my gosh. This is so great. Okay, as soon as this kind of all melts together and gets super happy, we are going to serve this. I didn't pull it out yet because I didn't have time. We're going to bring this to a nice boil, and then we're going to let it simmer for about, I would really like you to let it simmer for like an hour, but this is dinner. So we're going to let it simmer for, okay, it's boiling now. We're going to let it simmer for like 15 minutes and just let some of the flavors all sort of meld together. Can you see? I think you can see. I can't pick up the camera. I'm so sorry. But I think you guys can see my chili is such a really beautiful, rich, deep brown. And all the vegetables are going to just sort of meld in. And then what you're going to do is you're going to serve it with a dollop of sour cream, maybe a sprinkle of cheddar cheese, some red onions, some cilantro. It's great over mashed, I'm sorry, not mashed, but it's great over like riced cauliflower. My friend Tracy, she swears that she is not going to eat cauliflower, but I bet she would eat cauliflower if I served my chili on top of it. Wouldn't you, Tracy? I bet you would. I know you're watching. Okay, so we're going to let that do its thing. We're going to let our muffins cool. I'm just going to do a really quick cleanup here. I'm going to put all of my spices away. I've got my chili powder, my paprika, my oregano. We're going to make this a super easy cleanup. I lost a lid somewhere. Oh my God. You guys, I almost forgot the tomato paste. This is an integral part. Okay, so we're going to do 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I talked about it, but I forgot about it. Sorry. We're going to pull this together. So I have 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. It gives it a nice thickness. And then we'll mix that all together and get this out of the way. I know that this looks like it's a big cleanup, but it's not. 3/4 of this stuff is just trash that needs to just be thrown away. Okay, so we're going to get this out of the way. There's our lid for the paprika. We're going to get all of those things out of the way. We're going to put our cocoa powder away. Don't look inside my cupboards. It's scary. get this out of the way. Look at that. We're almost all done. I'm going to stir my tomato paste into my chili. I am not going to spoon this up because it's not ready, and I don't want to put it in a bowl until it's fully ready, but I am going to taste it here in a second. Let me just get the tomato paste fully mixed in here. I'm also going to show you my cookies. I'm very thrilled. Next week, we will make the mocha cheesecake pie because it's really a special dessert, and it's pretty easy and doesn't really require too many special ingredients. Okay, so our chili is coming together. Turn that baby up. Get that on high again. Where's my spoon? I'm going to do a little taste of the chili. Let's just see. Let's just see if my flavor is spot on. Like I think it will be. I hope it will be. So perfect. Yes. It has a nice kick to it, and it's going to mellow out when we let it sit here for a while. And this is going to be a great dinner. A nice dollop of sour cream on top will kind of cut the heat, and then you add the cheddar cheese on top. Okay, so we're going to turn that down to a simmer. I'm going to show you our muffins. Our cheddar, come on, muffin, come out. Our cheddar, where's my knife? I was trying to get all fancy and just do it with my fingers, but let me just slice around here. So these muffins, you can find them on my Pinterest. Every social that I have is just the Kellie Kitchen. I've got tons of boards there with lots of really great ideas for dinners. And so there's our muffins. Love, love, love. So, so delicious. Now we're going to try our cookies. I'm going to try, look at this. There's our cookie. It's a pistachio cookie from Rosette's Baked Goods. You guys, I'm a baker. I love to bake. If you're not a baker, this is a great option. I'm just going to show you. She does all sorts of things. This is her yellow cake mix. You can make a ton of different things with yellow cake mix. Birthday cakes, sprinkles, whatever. I have sugar-free sprinkles too. This cookie is so, so delicious. Rosette's Baked Goods. I think I'm just going to have a cookie for dinner. Thank you so much for joining me as I'm eating in front of you. This is so much fun. I hope you got some information on food, health, and fun from the Kellie Kitchen. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And I think you're supposed to hit the bell to be reminded when I'm going live. It's every Monday night at 6:15. I'm always looking for great ideas or questions or be able to help you guys in any way that I can. So let me know how I can help you. And thanks again for tuning in. All right. Bye. We're going to turn that baby off, and we'll turn this baby off. Bye.